Alright, round 2 of our triple Ravnica rough drafts. Still on Grixis control, and pretty nice control hand. Land into Aqueduct. Hopefully get red mana for our Dragonauts. Get our Signet down though, draw some cards with Consult the Necrosages, and just hope that's good enough. Ooh. Well, in that case, we're just going to play this Signet, and then we can Dragonauts next turn and bounce land. Interesting fact about this draft, every round 1 game, all 4 of them were 2-0s. Ugh, that's annoying. So Tin Street Hooligan takes down our Demir Signet. So much for our Dragonaut plan, which means we are just going to Aqueduct, bounce an island, pass the turn. Nice little 2-for-1 with the Hooligan. Although Aqueduct, or Dragonauts, shuts it down pretty well from attacking. Down to 18. Signet for our opponent, and passes. Well, let's Dragonauts. And Orzhov Basilisk, bouncing our mountain. So we're down to 2 lands on the battlefield, but they make 4 mana. Uh-oh, 5 mana. Bramble Elemental. We can't kill that yet. What do we do here? I think we're just gonna... we can't disembowel Bramble Elemental. But they might, if they can start enchanting it, it's so bad. Tatterdrake doesn't do much yet. But if we don't play it, next turn we're going to want to disembowel. There's a chance we can catch that with Last Gasp. I think we just Tatterdrake here and hope for the best. Next turn we can disembowel Bramble Elemental. Alright, opponent goes to attacks. We're not going to block this Bramble Elemental. We will take our 4. And Fangtail, Pinger. Alright, green appears to be the splash color. We could double Consult the Necrosages to empty our opponent's hand. I don't know if that's worth it, though. We would rather save one of those to actually draw cards. So let's just play an island and pass the turn. Next turn, hopefully we'll Consult the Necrosages to get our opponent empty-handed. And still have 1 left over that we can use on ourselves. Alright, so no attacks. Pass the turn. See if we can make our plan work. Opponent plays the land that they bounced with the Rot Farm. Street Breaker Worm. Alright, let's see how the attacks go. No attacks. Well, in that case, let's just... How do we want to do this? Disembowel... Well, I guess Bramble Elemental is still worse. Just because if they enchant it, that's pretty bad for us. So let's kill the Bramble Elemental. Mountain. Alright, let's start by drawing 2 cards. Pumps up our wee Dragonauts. Peel from Reality, invoke the Firemind. Interesting. Our mana's a little screwy at the moment. Now let's attack with wee Dragonauts. Pass the turn. Leave up the ability to regenerate and the ability to peel from reality something if we need to. Right now, Invoke is, we can go for 5, which isn't bad, but it's not really close to being lethal yet. Opponent goes to attacks. Opponent's going to swing with everything. Well, I think we just block this worm. Actually, let's block the Fangtail. Regenerate Tatterdrake. Ooh, our opponent is going to get blown out by this peel, I think, if they try to kill Tatterdrake. Yep. So now we get to peel, bouncing Tatterdrake, and the worm, and our opponent can't recast the worm this turn. So we take 2. Our Tatterdrake lives. The worm gets bounced for a turn. Down to 11. So we untap, we last gasp, kill that Fangtail. Then we attack for 3 with Dragonauts. Play the island, replay Tatterdrake. Just pass the turn. Can we win next turn? I don't think quite. We can potentially attack for 5 down to 9, and then 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, we can't win yet. So we take 2 here, which means we might just have to stay back on defense with Tatterdrake. I'm expecting our opponent to replay the worm, which will take most of their turn. Yep, there's Streetbreaker Worm again. And another Tin Street Hooligan. Runeboggle. Well, let's start by drawing 2. Pumps up our Dragonauts. Then we'll attack with Dragonauts. Put our opponent to 11. Play the second Dragonauts. Play the Swamp. Pass the turn. And then hopefully next turn we win with Invoke the Firemind. It would be nice if we got our opponent to tap out, but there's a decent chance we win with Invoke even if they're untapped. Even through a removal spell. We can hit for 5 and then Invoke would be lethal even if they could kill a Dragonauts. So ideally that's how things are going to go. We'll see. And you never know, we could Runeboggle something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Our opponent has 7 mana, so if they tap out for a 7-drop, we can Runeboggle. That would be such a sweet way to win. No one expects Runeboggle. And rightly so. I mean, it's a 3-mana Force Spike. It does draw a card, though, so it's also a 3-mana cycle. Our opponent's tanking hard on their next move. If they don't start picking up the pace, time is going to become an issue. They're down to 11 minutes, and we're over 20 minutes. So they're taking about well, I don't even know, 3 times as much time as us. And now our opponent has lost connection to the game. So I don't know, maybe they're having moto troubles. But they are down to under 8 minutes now. So it's possible that we end up winning this one because our opponent had something come up or is having moto troubles. I'm not sure. Still not looking good. Our opponent has not returned, and they are down to 5 minutes. So we might get the free pass to the finals. And that does it. Our opponent has officially timed out. So although this wasn't the way I was hoping it would go, we are through to the finals of our Ravnica Guildpact Rough Drafts. Anyway, I will be back with the finals.